Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm answering a question. Jonah Berg asked, what are your thoughts on Barrie Richardson's work? Barrie Richardson's work. Well, this is Barrie Richardson's work right here. Volume 1, Theater of the Mind. This was published in 1999. Volume 2, Act 2, this was published in 2005. And Volume 3, this is called Carleton College. It was published in 2011. What are my thoughts? I did a review of the T.A. Waters book, and I said that was stellar. And I did a review of Prism by Max Maven and said that was stellar. Well, this, I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking, Dave, I don't have that much money to buy all these books. But, I would put the money out. I would put the money out and get this 3-volume set. I really, truly would. It's worth it. It's worth every dime. Books are your best investment. A lot of guys are going to go out and they're going to spend $30 or $40 or $50 or $60 or $100 on a single effect. But in books, you get effect after effect, and you get the thinking behind those effects. This guy's a genius. He's a genius, and he's given his best material in these 3 volumes. I definitely would not miss them. Now, let me give you a little bit of history on Barrie Richardson. Barrie Richardson has a bachelor's degree from Carleton College, an MBA from Indiana University, and a doctorate in marketing, business, government, and applied economics from Indiana University. Brilliant guy, well-educated person. He went on to become a motivational speaker, focusing on leadership and teamwork. His first magic performances were as a youth in veterans hospitals in his native Chicago. As a young professor, he began to invent and publish effects. After retirement from teaching, he renewed his zeal for magic and mentalism and began to perform. He performed for President and Miss George H.W. Bush in their home in Kitty Bumport, Maine. So that's a little bit of the history of Barrie Richardson, who he is, where he's from. He's a member of the Inner Circle of the Magic Circle in London, the International Brotherhood of Magicians, the Psychic Entertainers Association, the SARC Secret Magic Society, and the Buenos Aires Magic Society of Argentina. He's a member of all those organizations. He published these 3 books, as I've mentioned. To give you a little bit of detail, first of all, take a look at the illustrations. These books are extremely well illustrated, and he introduces each effect. He's got the title of the effect here. He gives you some history on the effect. And his history includes who explored the idea prior to his touching it. So he gives credit where credit is due. Then he describes the effect in detail. Very often he'll give the entire pattern. Not that you should use that, but he gives the entire pattern, and then he gives the method, and he breaks the method down very well. Again, very well illustrated. And this really, his theory is integrated into his effects. He doesn't have, like a lot of magic books will have a chapter on theory and a chapter on an effect. He doesn't do that. He just kind of integrates his theory into his effects, his thinking. But I really appreciate his thinking. He looks at things like bank night the exact same way I do. He doesn't want to put his participants or his spectators in a position of being winners or losers. So he works from a base that really supports and encourages people, that honors people, that respects people, and he produces material that is mind-boggling and fascinating. And no matter what kind of magic you do, you will probably find something you can use in these books. I will tell you that to give you an idea, now this is my table of contents. You've seen this before. When I read a book, I will put a brief description. To me, what my description is next to the effect, and I tend to highlight things that I'm going to go back and work on to actually integrate into my show or into my performance. And so you can look here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 items on this page of the table of contents on just this volume that I have worked on and put into my show. So if you're looking for practical material, if you're looking for audience tested material, if you want material that you can actually use, I think these are great books. I really do. Jonah, I hope I answered your question. Thank you so much for asking it. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe down below and please comment. I love your comments. As you can see, this presentation is in response to a comment. And if you make a comment, I will respond to you as well. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.